Hello, my name is Alexandru and I am a Romanian-born seeker of truth, a lifetime student in the Gurdjieff groups all around the world. And I have authored quite a few books on the Gurdjieff teaching, including books describing in detail the practical internal exercises and the famous movements and sacred dances. This channel is about the Enneagram brought by Gurdjieff, to whom we will always be grateful for bringing such a tremendous teaching and sharing it with us. Among my books about the Enneagram, you can see here the cover of Process Coaching with the Enneagram and the cover of the Business Enneagram. I also highly recommend the books written by my friend Adrian Mirel Petrariu, especially his grand opus, The Mythology of the Energy. Among his books on the Enneagram, you can see here the cover of the Gurdjieff Enneagram Origins and the fabulous The Enneagram of Thought. In today's video, we will continue to look at the stages of human life in order to better understand the whole process involving all the three octaves. This information is based on an example which you can find in greater detail in Adrian's book, Gurdjieff Enneagram Origins. For basic introductory videos about the main concepts of the Enneagram, please see the videos on this channel in the basic playlist. So this is the place where we stopped with the previous video. Starting from here, we'll see about the next stages until the stage of death. From 21st to 35 years, in the second half of the Enneagram, time begins to harmonize with the higher trajectories, as the cosmic level of reality comes into play, so it flows slower compared to the previous stages. This stage acquires the transition from binary logic to ternary logic, or proper human reason, and it's isomorphic with the transition from ape to human in the great Enneagram of life on planet Earth. For more details about this, do check the fabulous book, The Enneagram of Thought by Adrian Mirel Petrariu. The complete composition of reason is resulting in the development of the individual intellectual body of man, and its proper result is the functioning of the higher intellectual center of the Gurdjieffian tradition. And its functioning result is consciousness, or awareness if you want. This is the gestation of humanity for the human being and the achievement of human dignity, which is the understanding of themselves and the world around themselves. Like I said, it's the verticality of humanity which makes us higher than animals. The first component of the soul, consciousness, awareness, as a usual state of being, is acquired during this stage, on the third octave that is. If one does not go towards this spiritual path, instead of awareness, we will get forgetfulness. So on the second octave, the social one, from 21st to 35, we have what is called erotic death. Here we will have the first disappointments, really strong disappointments in our love life, in the people around us. So this will be a good terrain on which we can later build internal spiritual path. This was the stage from 21st to 35 years, and we can call this the prison of occupation, or if you want, the shelter of occupation. Between 35 and 49 years, the development of the social intellectual body takes place, always provided that the previous interval energy was properly met. This is the stage when the man or the woman finds his or her place in the world, occupies it, and fulfills their destiny. Individuality is the second component of the soul world, and it brings self-sufficiency and protection from loneliness. The man feels complete, close to the sensation of union with the opposite sex, but all by himself. So on the third octave we'll have individuality, but if this does not happen, if the person doesn't go towards this path, we'll get norm. That is, one will become a normie, someone common with nothing in particular. On the second octave, as we can see, we have the family place, the place in the world. This stage is the cosmic birth stage. So just like we had the physical birth at 9 months, and we have the erotic birth around 10 years, and we have the social birth around 14 years, here we will have the cosmic birth. This, from 35 to 49 years old, is the prison of resources, or the shelter of resources. So this is the period when a man or a woman should take into consideration to have enough resources for the rest of their lives. The next period, from 49 years until the end, which is naturally at 84 years, but just as in the case of all asymptotic fractals in nature, it is not met as a rule. So time is slowing down even more as the third component of the soul relates to an even higher cosmic level. It actually doubles down exactly as the laws double up when going through successive sex divisions, because it is a travel backwards to the source. This is the stage when the final component of the soul, that is, will, is developed. It corresponds to the individual sexual body and is responsible for acts of creation that add to the creation in general. As the other components of the soul, this one is too invisible. No one can see if you are aware or if you have occupied your place in the world. It is a question of subjective, genuine sensation and feeling, and this last one, will, is a question of subjective, genuine action. From the outside, it looks exactly the same as the mechanical reactions, and only the difference in the inner life, the inner subjectivity, and the effort and the energy which are backing it up makes out of the mechanical reaction volitional action and real creation. On the second octave, we will have culture. So this is a period in human life when one can take this subject called culture and can implicate himself in different actions towards his or her legacy. On the third octave, where will is supposed to be developed, if one does not go on this spiritual path, instead of will, we'll have impotence. Towards the end of the life, the man will not be able to do much. It will be just like an old car which moves very difficult. So from 49 to 84 years, this is the prison of human race, a shelter of the human race, and after this, starting with death of course, will be the exile from the human race. We will stop here with this information in this video, and we will continue in a later video to see more details about these stages, also more details what can happen after death. And for more details about the books that we have published, and also about online programs dealing with theory, practical internal exercises, and Gurdjieff movements explained step by step, you can visit Gurdjieff online. Or if you are interested only in the movements and sacred dances, you can visit the Gurdjieff movements, and there you can find different series of complexity explained step by step. All my best.